What up, guys? I'm Twan Ho with HellaWetDips and
Aspen Van Duren.
Nissan Sylvia s13. It's actually imported from Japan, so it's a right-hand drive and everything is all authentic Japanese. What we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap the full car in a gloss black. Customer just wants to wrap it and kind of just keep it original looking. Clear coat starting to peel off. For example, somewhere right here on the hood, on the roof, almost the entire roof, and also on the rear trunk and the spoiler in the back bumper. So usually with the final vinyl wrap, you want to make sure that the surface that we're wrapping is really smooth. So what we're going to do is we're going to take down all the clear coat. We're going to sand it all down, and then we're going to get it all ready and prepped, and so we could wrap it. So pretty much what we're going to be doing right now is we're going to start removing all the stuff off the vehicle before we start sanding it. Definitely don't want to damage stuff like this, you know, since it is from Japan and it's old, you know, it's super rare and probably really expensive. So it looks like it's held on with a lot of double-sided sticky tape. So what we're going to do is use some 50-pound fishing line, and we're going to heat up the adhesive, and then we're going to kind of floss through until it all comes off. It looks like there's these little metal tabs underneath the car. There's two. Voila! So I just got it all taken off, as you can see. Looks like it's just held on with a lot of double-sided sticky tape, some really old sticky tape. But we have a special tool that will remove all the adhesion. So now we're gonna start sanding it, tape off all the seals so we don't ruin the rubber seals. And then we're gonna sand this with a 220 grit, follow it up with a 320 grit, and then probably up to a 600 grit so it's super smooth, because whatever surface that you're wrapping on is gonna emulate through the wrap. So we wanna make sure that it's really smooth. So pretty much what we're doing right now is we're sanding down some of the parts of the hood. A little bit of clear coat came off the car, and if you were to wrap over it and we had to readjust the wrap, it would peel off the clear and it would kind of ruin the wrap. So we're sanding all that down. It looks like who had the car before, they're using like the OEM touch-up paint. So you can kind of feel that it's raised up a little bit. So we're kind of just knocking that down so it's all feathered flush with the roof or the hood. So once we do all that, then it should be ready to go for wrapping. So we're gonna take the tail lights out. I feel like the best way to wrap a car is just to remove as much stuff we can so we can get it all tucked in there. So we gotta get all up in here and remove the old trim first. Ooh, old JDM right there. You wanna hit the other side? Yeah. Ooh, you're a genius. Genius, man. Look at that glue in it. Now what we're gonna do is the most important part, which is wipe it all down, wash it, make sure we remove all the grease. We use special water, not special water, but special soap with some water to remove all the grease and get it all degreased and ready. After you wash it, we're gonna dry it, let it sit, take it apart, and get it ready to wrap. We try to get as much as we can when we're washing it in between the fender wells and the wheel wells, stuff like that. There's a lot of dirt and grime that chills in there a lot. And so, especially when you're wrapping around there, you want it to be really clean so that way it stays and gets stuck down there. Because if it's not clean, over time the wrap will lift up and it'll kind of just lift up and ruin the whole job. So as far as wrapping, there's a whole bunch of different methods that we use, or a whole bunch of methods that a lot of people use. I feel like this is the easiest way for me and my employee to do it. It's called the glass method. And pretty much what we do is we just stick it down, pull this. And get it really, really, really tight. And what we're really doing is saving a lot of time, and we're just gonna pull out all of the wrinkles before we squeegee or cone the car. And doing this will save you like a half an hour of wrapping the car. We use the best stuff we can out there, best quality stuff. This is a 3M 1080 series vinyl wrap we're using, just regular gloss black. These are some Geek Wrap squeegees that we use with leather. It's good for using chrome and on just regular solid gloss colors. That way it doesn't scratch the surface. And this is some Seeker stuff. And the reason why we spray some type of special stuff on top of the hood is so that way we can kind of see where we're coating the vehicle. So usually what we do is we start off with the center first, and as you can see when we do that, all the liquid is kind of just moving out of its way. So now we know where we've touched it with the squeegee, so that way we don't miss any spots. And what I'm doing right now, I'm not really heating up the wrap like really too hot. I'm kind of doing what's called like a heat check. Usually when you heat up the whole surface, if there's any bubbles or any spots that we missed hitting with the squeegee, it'll pop up. And so we can kind of just hit that and get it down there before we actually cut anything and seal the deal. Since it's starting to get a little bit colder tonight in Houston, the weather changes all the time, we're kind of just using the heat lamp to kind of just heat up the wrap, kind of give it a little bit of flexibility before we apply it on the vehicle. Try to go as low as you can on the door because it's not that high. What up guys, it's Twan with HellaWetDips in Aspen. Just wanted to show you guys the finishing touches of the S13. Right now we're at a different shop, Shinku Classics. The vehicle is already originally gloss black, as you guys can see. However, the paint was pretty faded, and it's a 25-year-old car in Japan, sat outside in the sun every day, so we wanted to freshen it up in an inexpensive way, so we decided to wrap the whole vehicle.
Most of these old cars, they're actually a unibody, so it's pretty much just one big piece on the back of the car. So it's pretty much impossible to wrap this in one section because the manufacturers of the wrap don't make it wide enough for us. It only comes in like 5 feet. So we had to make a seam. We did the roof by itself, made a seam on this side here.
From previous, we saw the sanding that we had to do. Pretty much knocked all that down, knocked all that off on the spoiler. We put all the badges in its original location. We try not to move or remove any badges because it's an older vehicle. Put everything back in its original place. Everything works, the windows work, taillights work, the sunroof works, gas cap works. And I'm pretty excited about the finished result.